Hello everyone, this is Coach Michele coming to you live from Atlanta. Yes, I'm back doing videos and excited. Today's video is on a question that I get all the time. And the question is, do I need an attorney as a new home care agency owner? And my answer to your question is yes. Actually, is absolutely yes. There's a few key professionals that you need in your business as you start and as you grow. So today's video is specifically focused on legal services, attorney, right? So what are the options that are available to you? I'm going to share those with you in a moment. I'm going to share with you now how I have used legal services and attorney professional for my business. When I started my business, my first venture as an entrepreneur back in 2003, I used an attorney because I invested in a franchise. So there was a lot of legal, transactions going on there. It was my first time setting up an entity and different things like that. So I used an attorney. I paid a retainer, which was $2,500, and the hourly rate was $225 for the attorney. Anytime his assistant or paralegal was involved, I was charged $125. So that's one way, the traditional way. And then you have, if you're still working or if you're married to, a spouse that's working, you may have, or he or she may have access to an EAP, which is called an Employee Assistance Program. A lot of corporations that have EAP services for their employees have legal services attached to them. So that's your second option available to you. And then you have services, online services like a LegalZoom or something like that, that will charge you and offer different services and then charge you like a flat rate versus the hourly with the traditional way I mentioned. And then you have LegalShield. I personally use LegalShield in my business. I've been with LegalShield for about 8 years, and I absolutely love the flexibility in it. One, it's very inexpensive. Two, I have access to them every single day. So as things change in my business, as new situations come up, as I grow and diversify my business, I always have access to an attorney from a business perspective. And then from a personal perspective, I have LegalShield as well. Being a mom of multiple boys, I like having access. I like them having access to legal services. By the grace of God, no one has had to use it. But again, it's just like life insurance. I don't want to use that. Car insurance, I don't want to use that. You know what I'm saying? So I have legal insurance. I don't want to use it for, personal purposes. For my sons. However, if there's a situation, it is there, just like any other type of insurance. The way I use it is anytime I come up with a new service, I want to put it together. I want to run it by them, see what my legal, responsibilities are, right? I want to make sure that I'm adhering to the laws in the state of Georgia. I use it for documents, right? So anytime I have any document that I create that requires a signature from a client or from, someone I'm collaborating with, anytime there's a document that I create that requires a signature and my signature, I'm going to send that over to my attorney, LegalShield, to make sure that they look over it. An attorney that specializes, this is key guys. When you hire a traditional attorney, they are specialized. He or she is specializing in most of the time, one particular field within the legal industry, right? So there may be a business, immigration, or whatever the case may be. If you go to like a LegalZoom, they may have attorneys specializing in different things with an emphasis on business, I believe. I've never really looked into it, so I'm not absolutely sure. I've used them once for a trademark service that I did. However, I don't know everything else that they do, but I do know that LegalZoom is out there and that they offer great services. And then back to the LegalShield, which is what I use. I've been using for about 8 years. When I create agreements, I send it over to LegalShield to review. If I am creating day-to-day operational documents or forms, again, I send it over if it requires a signature for them to review. If you're doing some type of trademark, you know, you guys, everybody have a logo. You may want to protect your logo. You may have a specific tagline or word or something like that that you want to protect, right? So you have different ways. You have service marks, you have trademarks, you have copyright, a lot of different things that you have that you may want to protect, right? So I say a lot of different things. I come up with phrases and all type of stuff. I have a trademark, you know, one in particular, home carepreneur. I started saying home carepreneur back in 2015, right? So that's something that I have a trademark out on. So just whatever it is that's unique to you, that's what you want to, you know, potentially protect. If you have a very unique logo, you may want to protect your logo. So just different ways you can use an attorney. Just to ask questions, right? I'm thinking about doing this. If I do this, how can I mitigate my liability? You know, this is a very litigious world that we live in. So you never know. People, you know, could come up and allege that you did something that you didn't do. And there may be a lawsuit. So there's so many different reasons and that you may need an attorney. So to go back to the initial question, do I need an attorney as a new business owner? Let me tell you, you need an attorney as a person. You need an attorney as a business owner. You need an attorney just to help you with anything that you may be doing, right? Because the key, this is what I say, guys. Stay in your lane. You know how we want our caregivers to work within their scope? Stay in your lane. Work within your scope. Stay within the gifts that God has blessed you with. If your gift is business, like I love business, I love startup, then stay within that. If your gift is crocheting, then crochet. You may need an attorney to create an agreement saying when your clients hire you to crochet a blanket, that this is how much they're paying you. So anytime you are doing any service or a product for exchange for money, you need an agreement. It's not the old days where you just do a handshake, right? So you want to make sure you protect yourself as much as possible and be compliant, right? Stick to the agreement and the document, whatever it may be. I love LegalShield because anytime I have something, I don't have to say, oh my goodness, you know, I got to go out here, I got to pay a retainer, I got to pay $225 an hour for an attorney. I just want to ask this quick question. You have access. You just ask the quick question. You know, I love LegalShield because you know, if you need a business attorney, if you need an attorney that specializes in, say you're trying to get into a lease or get out of a lease, or someone hasn't held up to their responsibility, you know, on the other end of a lease, then you have someone that specializes in that. Say you have a labor law issue, right? This laws are changing all the time, overtime, no overtime, contractor versus employee. Speak to an attorney that specializes in labor laws. And I could go on and on and on, but that's the main thing that I love about them is because, and what has worked well for us is because they have all of the different specialties under one umbrella. So, and I just pay one monthly fee. So, but again, to recap, yes, you need an attorney. To recap, you have options. You can hire a personal attorney, someone that you find on the internet, someone that you know, a referral. You could use some type of online service. I don't know of any other than LegalZoom. So LegalZoom is out there for you. And then, of course, you could do LegalShield. If you're interested in LegalShield, you can check out my website, michelleleellis.com/legal. And you can learn more about LegalShield, how we use it and what we do and things like that. There you have it. So yes, let me give you a couple of more nuggets. You need an attorney as a small business owner. You need a CPA as a small business owner, and you need a bookkeeper. So some of you may say, hey, Coach Michele, the CPA can do the work that a bookkeeper is doing, right? But the bookkeeper is going to be a lot less expensive. So this is the way I do it in my business. I have an attorney, right? The LegalShield. I have a CPA. All of you know not all of you. Whoever came to conference met my CPA, Dr. P. and then I have a bookkeeper, right? So that way, with the bookkeeper, that person can what is the word, reconcile your books on a monthly basis and make sure you set aside, taxes. You have everything reconciled with your QuickBooks. If you're using QuickBooks or whatever accounting system you're using is matching up with your business banking account. And then you can have your CPA, the way I do it. Then you can have the CPA come in, and then she can look, or he can look over your taxes for a quarterly perspective, and then do your end of year taxes. So those are the three professionals that you really need, guys, in your business. 1, an attorney; 2, a CPA; and 3, a bookkeeper. Very, very, very important. Are there others that you need in the business? Absolutely. Those are the 3 pertinent professionals that you need. Every business owner needs these 3 people right here: attorney, CPA, bookkeeper. Great? Great. Yes. Okay, guys. So if you're interested in hearing more videos, because yes, I am back. And yes, I will be doing more videos, bringing you great, great content. So listen here. This is what I want you to do. Subscribe. And then I think there's a little bell or something. You can click on it if you want to be notified when I release new videos. And then I want you to check out my Facebook page. I go live on my Facebook page all the time. Visit I Am Coach Michele on Facebook and like it. Subscribe there as well. Like it and hit the little button so you'll know when I go live, because I do live training all the time. I love it. And visit my website, MichelleLeeEllis.com. MichelleLeeEllis.com. I'll put it in the comment below, in the description below. Take care. God bless. God bless. God bless. Love you. Take care. Bye.